Hey, what's up you guys? It's Vicky and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. I thank you guys so much for stopping by. So for today's video, I'm going to be testing out a few new products for you guys. I got some things in my Ipsy bag and I also picked some stuff up at Target that I wanted to show you guys, including the e.l.f. Poreless Primer Putty. I've been trying to get my hands on this product, literally no joke, for like 7 months. It's been a long time. Every single time I've been in the store, I've been trying to find it and I never could until yesterday when I went to Target and I finally found it. So I'm going to be testing that product out for you guys along with this True Complexions Banana Setting Powder. Also this sample of the Benefit Roller Lash and this brow tint that I was trying out. I'm going to let you guys know this already. I did not like this product. I thought it was horrible, really horrible, but I'm going to be trying out primarily those 3 products for you guys, letting you guys know what I think about them. And I'm also going to be showing you guys how I achieved this more natural looking eyeshadow look. I've had a few requests to do a few more natural looking looks, which I totally understand. The looks that I was doing were not like the average everyday looks, and I totally get why you would want to see more natural looks. And honestly, I'm so flattered that you guys want to get makeup tips from me. That's insane. So definitely excited about showing you guys how I achieved this eyeshadow look. So if that's a video that you guys would like to see, make sure that you stay tuned. But before we get into the video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Join the family, let's be friends. Hit the bell icon down below so that you guys can get notified whenever I upload a new video, because I definitely want you guys to be able to see the videos that I'm going to be putting out in the future. So with all of that general housekeeping stuff being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. So I was at Target yesterday and I saw that they had a primer that I've actually been talking about on my channel for a few months now, and I've been dying to get my hands on it because I've really wanted to see if it is a good primer for me, and that is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Okay, you guys, I have been looking for this primer literally every single time I went to any drugstore for the last 5 months. How insane is that? And I've never ever been able to find it until yesterday when I went into Target, and I almost didn't even get it there because they only had 2 left. So I got one of the last 2 that they had in stock. So I knew that I had to film a video reviewing this. This is what the packaging of the product looks like. You can probably see that I already dug my finger in to see what it felt like. So I'm just gonna be applying this primer all over my face and just feeling it. It's a little bit gloopy, it's a little bit soft, but I want to put this on my face to see what it does for my skin. So on the face, it feels really nice. It feels pretty thick, but again, that's to be expected of a poreless primer putty. And I'm being a little bit more generous with this than I normally would, just because I want to see the full effect of how this works. There is a little bit of beading, but that's kind of to be expected for like a poreless primer. So for foundation today, I'm going to be taking my CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. I reviewed this foundation a few months ago, so I'll link it up above if you guys haven't seen that video yet. But I really like this foundation to use for a day where I want a little bit more of a light coverage, and it really makes my skin look nice and healthy and feel really healthy. And there's, I believe, SPF in here. Yeah, there's SPF 20 in here, so it's a really great summery foundation. And I'm just going to be blending this out with a foundation brush. So what I can tell just from having the foundation on, I really like this primer. I think that it makes my skin look really nice and flawless, actually. Okay, so I knew that people were saying that it was a really good primer, but I thought that maybe people were over exaggerating, but like looking at it right now just in my mirror, it looks really good, and I haven't even put the concealer on, which is the thing that really makes my face stand out. So I'm really excited to put the concealer on. So for concealer today, I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade Caramel. This has been my go-to concealer lately. I do bounce back and forth between a few concealers, but this one is really doing the trick for the summer. It's a full wear concealer, but it doesn't make my skin look really cakey and gross. So I'm going to just be applying this out now on the high points of my face and blending it out all over. So while I was at Target the other day, I also saw this True Complexion Banana Powder, and I really wanted to try it out. It's just a loose setting powder, and I wanted to try this out just because I'm starting to kind of not like my Fit Me powder as much as I used to, which is insane to say, but it's kind of becoming a little bit much for my under eye. And also I've been finding that the Airspun powder is a little bit too light for me. Sometimes it works, but with certain foundations it can just look really ashy. But I wanted to try out a banana powder just because I wanted to see how it would make my under eye look. So I picked this one up, so I'm just going to apply this right now. I don't think I'm going to be using this with a sponge, however, just because I think that it might end up looking a little bit too cakey. So I'm going to be using this with a brush. So I'm just going to be setting my under eye with this banana powder right now. So let's just say I did not like that powder, to say the least. I tried it first with a brush and it literally deposited dust everywhere, all over my desk, all over my shirt. It deposited it into the air and I was choking and coughing on it. I tried using a sponge with it and then it started turning like a really cakey yellow on like the sponge and on my face, and it just was not a look. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit more playing with this powder to see if I don't hate it, because at this current point I hate it more than anything. Going back to the primer though, I think that my skin looks really pretty and smooth. So now I'm going to be going through the rest of my face routine really quickly, just kind of like speeding through it, because I know that you guys already know that I'm going to use the same exact products that I already use. So I'm just going to do a nice time lapse through all of this. I'm probably doing it right now as we speak. So I'll see you guys when I start doing my eyeshadow look. Now that my face is done, I'm going to be priming my eyes using my Urban Decay Primer Potion, but I'm not going to be using the shade Eden today. I'm going to be using the shade Minor Sin, and that's because I'm not going to be doing a colorful look today. I'm going to be doing a more neutral look. So I think that this primer is actually really great for when you're wanting to do a more neutral look, because it does create a blank canvas for your eyeshadow, but it doesn't make it look super punchy, but it also looks really natural to skin color. So I'm going to be applying this right now. So for today's look, I'm going to actually be using a palette that I've had for a year and a half now, but I don't think I've ever shown it on my channel, and I love it because it's one of my favorite neutral palettes, and that's the Morphe 35F palette. And I'm gonna open this thing open. I'm gonna open this thing so you can see what it looks like. So it's a lot of very orangey and purple based neutrals, and I really like that. So for my transition color, I'm gonna be using the shade right here, and I think it's well, not even I think, it's definitely my most used shade from this palette. And I'm going to be taking a fluffy blending brush. I'm going to be putting this in my crease. And I've gotten a few questions as to why I like to use a transition color, and that's just because it really makes the lid shade and the really deep crease shade marry really well together and create a very smooth transition. As the reason why it's called a transition color, it makes a really great transition for your eye. So I just zoom you guys in so that you can see a little bit better as to what I'm doing. Please don't think that just because I'm using this palette that you have to pick this palette up. I don't even know if this palette is still available, honestly, but I think that the same kind of idea works with any transitions that you really try to use. But I mean, there are some different variations you can do, obviously, but it's kind of the same concept through and through, is that you have a really pretty transition shade, a nice shimmer on the lid, and then a deeper shade in your crease. Well, at least for me, that's like my go-to kind of eye shape that I like doing, and the go-to kind of thing that I do whenever I'm doing my everyday makeup. So I'm going to be jumping out of that palette to use my ColourPop Misunderstood Disney Villains palette. I think that this is such a beautiful palette with such great shades. The shimmers in this palette are literally so incredible, and that's the thing I found about a lot of ColourPop products. And so for this look, I'm going to be using the shade Mongrels, which is this really gorgeous champagne-y shade up here. It swatches so beautifully. Let me show you guys what it looks like on the finger. Look how light shifting that is. Look how gorgeous that is. It is so beautiful. So I'm going to be applying this to my lid, and that just is so pigmented. So I'm just going to apply this very carefully. And these shadows apply so buttery. Like, they're the most buttery shadows I've ever used in my entire life. And that just looks really pretty and neutral, because my thing about neutrals is I love neutrals as long as I can make them really fun, really pop, really sexy, really cool. And so I think that when you have a really pretty neutrals transition shade and then a really pigmented poppy lid, it is one of the best things. But we are definitely not done with this eyeshadow yet. So now that the shade is on the lid, we're going to be going back into the Morphe 35F palette, and we're going to be taking this shade right here, which is this really pretty terracotta red color, and I'm going to be using that on a blending brush in my crease, and this is just going to get really pretty and really like a really nice red brown. So this is gonna add a lot of depth, but it's not gonna make the look dark. As you guys can probably see, it's adding a lot of dimension, a lot of depth, but the look isn't dark or dragged down. This is definitely a wearable daytime look. You can probably wear this with like anything that you're gonna put on. It just looks super pretty. and put together, and it looks like you put so much effort into this look, and it looks like you did so much work, and it looks so perfect and sculpted, but it was only 3 shades and you hardly did anything. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye, and I will be right back with you guys. So as you guys can probably see, I love this shade right here for a brow bone highlight, so that's what I'm gonna do right now, and then I'm gonna go on to my eyeliner. So going on to eyeliner for today's look, I'm gonna be using the Black Magic eyeliner, and then I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Black liquid eyeliner for my eyeliner flick. For liner for my under, I'm going to be using the Pixie Beauty Endless Silky Eye Pen, and I'm going to put this on my lower lash line and then smoke it out with an eyeshadow. To smoke out my lower lash line, I'm going to be taking the shade that I used for my crease, and I'm going to put that on a pencil brush and just drag that along my lower lash line to blend the shadow with the eyeliner. For the inner corner of my eye, I'm going to be taking this shade right here from the 35F palette. For my mascara today, I'm going to be using this tiny little sample of the Benefit Roller Lash to see if I like it or not. I got it in my Ipsy bag, and I've always wanted to try this mascara out, but I really didn't want to spend the money on it just in case I didn't like it. So I was really happy to get this in my Ipsy bag. So I'm going to be putting this on my upper lashes and my bottom lashes. So I'll give my final thoughts on this product at the end of the video. So I'm going to be using 3 separate products today for lips. The first thing I'm going to be using is this NYX lip liner. It's in the shade Brown. It has become my favorite lip liner. Then I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild lipstick in the shade Bare Your Soul. It's just this really pretty pinky color. And then for my gloss, I'm going to be using this Buxom Plumping Lip Polish, and it is in the shade Selena. Alright you guys, so I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial portion of the video. So I want to give you my final thoughts about the products that I tried out. So the e.l.f. Poreless Primer Putty, I really do like it. I think that my foundation and the rest of my makeup looks really good today. I'm excited to see how it holds up. I'll leave a note down below in the description to let you guys know how it wore over the day, but for right now I've had it on for about an hour and I'm not having any smile lines, and I think that that is fantastic. You guys have no idea how relieved I am about that. The True Complexions Banana Setting Powder, I really did not like it the first impression because it didn't really adhere to my skin, which I thought was a little bit problematic. And when you use a brush, the powder gets dislodged into the air, it gets everywhere, it gets in your lungs, and it really cuts your breath off and it gets all over the place. So keep that in mind if you're looking out to buy this product. I'm gonna take a couple more days to try to figure out this product. I also tried using it with a sponge and I didn't really like it that way, but maybe I should use a new sponge or try a couple different things to see how I could possibly use this powder, because I don't want the powder to go to waste because I spend money on it, so I don't want it to go to waste. So I will see if there's any other way that I can use this product, and I will keep you guys updated on that. The Benefit Roller Lash is a product that I've heard so much about over the last few years, and I really always wanted to try this product out, and I was always apprehensive about purchasing the product myself just because I didn't want to spend that much money on a product and then dislike it. And honestly, I'm so happy that I did not spend my money on this product before. I think that it's just your standard mascara. And that's so crazy to say because for so many people it is their staple mascara, it is their tried and true mascara, and maybe I'm using it wrong, I don't know, but I don't really like this product. I felt that it did the same thing that any cheap L'Oreal mascara that I don't like could do. So I think that this product is a little bit overrated. I will say that I will try to do a little bit more trial and error with this product to see if it's maybe me doing something wrong and seeing whether there are certain ways that I can maneuver it. I will say that I did like it for my lower lash line, so maybe I do like it for my lower lash line, maybe just not my top. I don't think it was volumizing or lifting enough for my top lash line, but that's okay too. So I'm gonna keep using this and let you guys know what I think about that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know down below by liking this video and commenting on it. What videos would you guys like to see next? I can do some clothing videos, more makeup videos, more creative videos. Definitely let me know down below. I love hearing from you guys. I love talking to you guys. You guys are so sweet, and I love reading the comments and just interacting with you guys and becoming genuine friends with you guys. So it's a really cool thing when you guys subscribe to my channel so that we become friends all over social media. So that's a really fun thing to do. So yeah, make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. But until the next video, I hope that you guys continue to stay kind and keep creating, and just I don't know, just have a great summer. Just do things that you love to do, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.